Hi, I'm McVILLY. I'm the Director of Tourism Operations at Port Arthur Historic Site, and I'm here today to talk about customer service and what it may look like in this post-COVID world. So what actually is customer service? It's the way an organisation deals with customers before, during and after any transaction or sale, and all the little intricacies that happen when dealing with that customer. So what's customer service going to look like in this new COVID world? You don't need me to tell you there's so many unknowns at the moment in this world we're in and very few knowns. One of the knowns for the tourism industry is our key market for the first while will be purely Tasmanians, and then we'll move to domestic. But that's going to be very hard if your experience hasn't been targeted to the Tasmanian audience, and we've got a bit of work to do. Some of the unknowns for tourism will be which domestic borders will open and when. Will domestic travel be the same as it was pre-COVID? When will international markets and routes open? What effect will the global economy have on people's ability and desire to travel? Will Tasmanians travel in their own state? And what will their spending behaviours be? Once you've made the decision to reopen, you may need to look at your unique selling proposition. What makes your product or experience unique? Do you need to tweak it at all to suit the Tasmanian market? Do you need to change the message that you have telling the people about what your experience is? And I refer to a recent masterclass run by Kath McCann. I do urge you to go and have a look at that. It explains this really well. For us at Port Arthur, only Tasmanians made up 7% of our annual visitation, so we really had to look into what would attract them to come to visit us. We've offered a free upgrade to a 2-year pass, which will encourage them to come back for free over the next 2 years. All children are free. We're offering smaller tour sizes. There will be no crowds, so all that makes for a real intimate experience, a real opportunity to get to see Port Arthur. At this stage, not all our tours are on offer. Some of that's due to the risks associated with COVID in small spaces, and some of it's purely for financial reasons. Our best decisions are data-driven and made with research and data. As an industry, we're extremely fortunate to have some rich data available to us through the Tasmanian Visitor Survey. The Tasmanian Visitor Survey gives us insights into the travel behaviour and expenditure of international and domestic travellers to Tasmania. In the 12 months to December 2019, Tasmania welcomed over 1.1 million visitors. 44% were from Victoria, 28% from New South Wales. 61% of all visitors had done some kind of bushwalk, and 21% visited a brewery or a distillery. So that's the type of information we can get. There is so much more, and I urge you to go and have a look. We also have the International Visitor Survey, and Tasmania has this great tourism information monitor, affectionately known as TIM. TIM tells us the motivations and intention of the Australian population, especially those intending to travel to Tasmania. The latest report published was in March 2020, which seems such a long time ago, and so much has changed since then. One would hope the Tasmanian brand would continue to perform well in COVID times. There are suggestions that Tasmania will be an attractive destination for the many Australians that would have travelled internationally in the coming 12 months. And then, of course, we've got years and years and years of our own data. We know who our customers were when they came, what they did, what they spent, how long they stayed. We know their age, their demographic, their satisfaction levels, and much, much, much more. But will this be interesting? Will this be topical? Will it be real in this new world? So now I urge you, where you can, to take look at new data and take your own research if you can. For Port Arthur, 65% of our visitation was domestic. 50% were over 50 years old, and all visitors stayed an average of 4.2 hours. But is it going to look like that again in the future? We have no idea. It's been 1 week, we've been open, and I have 7 days of new data to analyse, which I'll be doing first thing tomorrow when I get back in the office. Fortunately, we have some fabulous new data available to us. A recent survey of Tasmanian households conducted by EMRS gives us confidence that Tasmanians intend to return to pre-COVID patterns of visiting cafes, restaurants and bars, and they will take more intrastate overnight trips in paid accommodation, and many in regional Tasmania. All Tasmanians are aware of the need for social distancing, and there's a very high level of compliance. Tasmanians are most concerned about hygiene and cleaning when they attend hospitality and accommodation venues. In your planning to reopen, I urge you, in writing your COVID-safe work plans, your new procedures, putting dots on the floors and Perspex stands up, I urge you to not leave your customer service strategy to the last minute. It's really important we get this right. In my opinion, the relationship between customer service and brand should never be overlooked. As an industry, we spend a lot of time looking at our brand promise, and as an industry, we spend a lot of time and money defining our brand promise. But ultimately, it's the customer who'll decide if we've delivered on our brand promise. So there's a lot riding on delivering a positive customer experience. Use this opportunity to build your brand through your customer service strategy and procedures. We all know, and it was recently backed up in an American Express survey, that one happy customer will tell at least 8 other people, and your business will grow. And right now, we could all do with growth in our business. There are many words and descriptions for customer service, but to me, good customer service is about knowing your customer. Good customer service is about knowing your product or experience. Good customer service is communicating and listening in a timely and honest manner. Good customer service is being solution focused, and it's about being flexible. Good customer service delivers on your promise. Good customer service is engaging, and it does involve human touch, human interactions. And all of these activities should be delivered at each and every touch point of the visitor experience. In the awareness stage, the booking stage, the arrival stage, during their visit and post-visit. So don't let your marketing team tell you that they're not in customer service. They really are. So what's that going to look like now? There will be digital and online service. There will be PPE. There will be masks, gloves. There will be dots on the floor. There may be Perspex. There will be less cash. There will be sanitising station. There will be cleaning and hygiene routines. There will be physical distancing, and now we need to find new ways to engage with customers, albeit from 1.5 metres. And sadly, we will need to remind some of our customers of that social distancing and sanitising procedures. We need to get to know our new customers. The EMRS survey is available on the Tourism Tasmania website, and as I said, it's telling us that Tasmanians will travel, but they want to know that it's safe and clean to come and visit us. The Tasmanian Visitor Survey has years and years and years of data. It's well worth looking at. The Tourism Information Monitor, Tim, will continue to give us up-to-date information on the planning and decision-making of Australians. We have our own research, and we continue to take new research. And only last week, Tourism Australia released some new domestic profiles. These new domestic profiles are available on the Tourism Australia website, and they provide detailed information on key domestic groups such as families, single couples, solo travellers, couples, visiting friends and relatives. They'll give us insights into who they are, what they like to do, what they do when they travel, what they spend money on, what experiences do they like. Really valuable insights that will help us make decisions right now. You and your staff need to get to know your new revised experience. What makes you unique? Do you need to alter or tweak the message to suit the Tasmanian or the domestic market? Have your staff experienced the new experience so they can sell it with passion and knowledge? Listen and communicate honestly via your website, social media, on the phone, in person. Tell them what you're offering. Tell them what you're not offering and why you're not offering it. Listen to better understand their new and changing needs to make them feel welcome. Be solution focused. Listen to your customers as their needs are changing. Empower your staff to make decisions and changes to keep your customers happy and to keep them coming back. Be flexible. This has to be the word of 2020. Offer flexibility where you can for your staff. And we all know front of line hospitality and customer service staff can't necessarily work from home. So look at ways you can provide different shifts, start times, finish times, lunch breaks. Offer your customers flexible arriving times, dining times, checkout times, tour times. Update your terms and conditions and cancellations policies. And if it's at all possible, offer full refunds. Deliver on your promise. Train your staff, re-skill your staff, re-energise your staff in your new experience. Go above and beyond, do more than the minimum required, especially in the sanitising and cleaning regimes. Engage with your customer through every stage of their journey in the arrival, booking, pre-visit, during their visit. face-to-face with social distancing, and use these periods of engagement to gather new research about your new customer. We must not forget the all-important component of customer service, human touch. We used to touch our customers to help them. We used to carry their bags. We used to share food and wine. We used to share microphones and lanterns. We used to hug our favourite customers. We used to pat each other on the back. And sadly, we can probably all remember the day it changed, and for me it was the 21st of March 2020, when we closed to our visitors. So here's to the day we can touch again and embrace without hesitation. Prior to COVID, many industries, and I'm pleased to say not the tourism or hospitality industries, were looking to find alternate ways to service their customers via digital or online to reduce the cost of service. Customers crave human touch, and quite possibly will crave it now more than ever. We need to find ways, new innovative and creative ways, to deliver that human component as part of our customer service. Surprise customers with unexpected gestures. Show customers you care about them more than profit. Stand out from your competitors. Make follow-up calls. Send handwritten cards. Pop something in their room. Show them that you care in whatever way you can. We all know, and we're told constantly, that good customer service starts with your staff. And like all Tasmanians, it's vital that they know it's safe to come back to the workplace. So involve your number one asset in your planning to reopen. Consult with them on procedures and policies and where to put the dots and the signs. Do more than the minimum standards if it's going to make your staff feel happier and safer to come back to work. Celebrate anything you can. Celebrate coming back to work, your first customer, meeting small targets, anything at all that makes it fun to be in the workplace. Again, empower your staff to make decisions and have input into how you run your business. Show that you care and have fun. Once you're open, it's really important to look out for their mental health. Use any downtime that you have well, apart from all the cleaning we will all be doing. Use this time to reskill your staff in your new experience. Use this time to undertake some training, and there's some great webinars, online training tutorials and masterclasses available I suggest you have a look at. Use this time to collect and collate new data and look at your website analytics. Use this time to talk and listen to your customers. Use this time to follow up with recent customers and perhaps contact previous customers. Get your staff to document their observations and their ideas. Keep fun in the workplace. And if it's at all possible, look into offering an employment assistance program that can be of real value. Perception of how well you're looking after your staff and your customers will be vital in referrals, social media and word-of-mouth marketing. Get customers talking about you for the very right reasons. And again, where possible, listen and communicate to them in a timely manner. Through these challenging and uncharted times, I urge you to keep focus on your medium and long-term strategies as you're changing the way you operate. And sadly, we all need to be prepared to go back, as we've seen in recent times in Victoria. So let's hope that doesn't happen in Tasmania. In summary, we all need to get to know our new customer using research. We all need to look at our USP and our messaging behind that. We need open, honest and timely communication with our customers. Again, that word, we need to be flexible in everything we do. We need to deliver on our promise. We need to find that new human touch. Engage with your staff, your number one asset. Focus on your long-term vision and make sure your customer service is part of your brand. There's one consolation. This new customer service, this adapted customer service is everywhere we are, and we can see good examples and bad examples and bring some of that back to our own business. But right now, staff are looking to us for leadership. Their safety and happiness is important to our customer service and our customer experience. So there's no better time to look after yourself and your own mental health. Thank you, and I sincerely wish you all the best in these challenging and very different times. Thanks.